Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So today, Bitcoin surged above $30,000. Why did this happen? And where is it heading? Let's talk about it. Something big came out last night, so I got to share it. And also, let's talk about everything else that's going on in the world today. Let's do this. Welcome, 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 guys. The market bell. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's still working. Batteries unchanged. So right now, Bitcoin is at 29.5. It did go above 30,000 briefly, came back down. I'm going to explain why. But first of all, I want to show you guys October. Okay, we started October right around here. Bitcoin at 26,982. So round up 27,000. Yeah, so October has been pretty good. And we're still like halfway, a little bit more halfway through. We still have a couple weeks. So it certainly has been Uptober. Remember, October is traditionally the most bullish month for Bitcoin. It's looking like that's true right now. And the month is not over. And here's the other good thing. If you look at, let's see, let's refresh here. But today is pretty red. Overall, my point is Bitcoin is also decoupling away from the U.S. market. NASDAQ, S&P, they have not been doing well over, I guess, this whole month for October. Actually, they have not done well at all, right? So U.S. market is kind of struggling, obviously, because there's a lot going on with the Fed, with the war, with everything, with the debt. There's just a lot going on. But, Bitcoin does not care. Bitcoin continues to move forward and upwards. And I don't think that's going to stop until 2025, quite honestly. We are at that point where, yeah, we're just like going to trend upwards, in my opinion. Yeah, I'll just skip over that. Yesterday, Fed Powell did speak. It sounded like there was one more rate hike. Today, another one of those Fed presidents said the same thing. She believes that the U.S. needs one more rate hike. I don't believe we need any more. But after kind of interpreting what Powell was saying yesterday, I do think we will get one more. And if I'm wrong about that, great. But if I'm not wrong, I mean, it's just going to add more. I don't know. Let's go raise rates more and put more economic, I don't know, dampening on everything, because that's exactly what he wants. He wants the economy to slow down and soften more. So that's what one more rate hike would do. And we'll know next month in November. Okay. But in the meantime, that's not a chart of Bitcoin. No, that's a chart of the interest payment on our debt, our nation's debt, which is closing in at $1 trillion. That's a lot. That is a lot. Okay, so our debt issue is not getting any better. It's only going to get worse. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. Now, Biden also said that he's calling for emergency ruling for more support or more money to support Israel and Ukraine, right? That's not going to help things either. Then the debt situation is just going to keep on going up and up and up and up and up until someday it collapses. But no one wants to talk about that right now. Okay, but it's going up at an unsustainable level. If you and I or any individual operated like how the U.S. government operates, we would have bankrupted a long time ago. So yeah, that doesn't go away. So that's why Bitcoin is gaining strength, why we're in Uptober, and why I believe Bitcoin will continue to move forward and decouple more from the U.S. market and just keep going into 2024 and then keep going into 2025 and then top out somewhere in November of 2025. It's going to be marvelous, okay? But right now, we talk about spot Bitcoin ETFs a lot, but it's also a flight to safety. A lot of people have come out and said this. A lot of really smart and rich investors are saying, yes, Bitcoin is a flight to safety. BlackRock, Larry Fink himself recently said this too. Okay? The more chaos, the more turmoil, the more money printing, right? That pushes people towards something better, a safe haven, a hedge against inflation. And that's Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin is so strong right now, and it's going to get stronger. Okay? So, yeah, year to date right now, Bitcoin is up about 82%. Gold, 12%. Stocks, 8%. Cash, negative percent. Negative 0.17%. Okay. So, yeah, you know, it's not about really how fast things go down. It's really about how fast they come back up and recover, right? So, I know a lot of people, the naysayers, the disbelievers, I guess, you know, they will always say, well, look at it. Bitcoin's not back up to 69,000. It's still down like 60%, right? But, and some people even make fun of Michael Saylor saying, well, he's still below his average. But the thing is, had he put his money into, say, anything else, he would be down vastly more. Okay, Bitcoin is the winning strategy. Short term, sometimes it doesn't do well. But long term, man, nothing comes close. Nothing comes close to the performance of Bitcoin. And year to date, from our bottom of 16 or 15,000 till now, it's almost up 100%. And that number will keep on climbing. Okay, and today's sudden rush above 30,000 liquidated a whole bunch of shorts. I've always said this. I don't care if the shorts get liquidated. It's their fault. Why would you have an open short on Bitcoin? So if you look at from here on, you got like 2, 4, 12, 8, 2, 16, 8, 32, right? You add all those together, you're talking about like at least 100 million worth of shorts liquidated once again within the last few days, right? But today, more so than ever. And that's not going to stop. All the shorters, I mean, I don't know what they're thinking. You guys all need to pull out and close your positions, because this train is about to speed up and it's only going to get worse for them. So, yeah. All right, so yeah, what else is going on? Well, of course, ETF approval. A lot of people are waiting. I believe today's pump is actually due to one company, Grayscale, because I saw last night and this morning, oh, damn, I hate that. Grayscale submitted their application to convert their trust into spot Bitcoin ETF. They did this last night. Okay, I believe this is why we're getting this sudden rush, because people are putting two and two together. There's no reason for the SEC to deny this. So Grayscale will be the very first company to get a spot Bitcoin ETF, right? So if this gets approved, then everything else, BlackRock's and Fidelity's and ARCs, they're all going to get approved. And this could come sooner than later. We're not even in November yet. We may, stop it. We may get the very first spot Bitcoin ETF even within the next month or so. Okay? So I believe that's why we got a sudden push. And with that and more short squeezes, we may end the year quite nice. Quite nice. After October, is that pump? November, and I don't know what December is, but I did tell you guys, you know, Santa rally is real. Unless you're coming down from a peak, like 2022, we didn't have a Santa rally, okay, because we were still coming down But if you look at the years of recovery, Santa rally is quite real. November and December are quite bullish for years when Bitcoin is in recovery. So this year, I don't think it's going to be different. I think after October, Pumpvember will be even better. And I don't know what you call December, but let's just say Santa will be around. So we may end the year quite high, maybe even as high as $40,000. I like to think we will be somewhere between $35,000 to $40,000. But if we get the very first, I mean, considering we're already at $30,000 and we get a spot Bitcoin ETF, that's going to pump us maybe already to $40,000. So who knows where we will end up. But I just know it's going to be higher. That, my thesis is Bitcoin will end up higher than where it is now by the end of the year. I'm almost certain of that. But we will see. Coinbase also is confident that a Bitcoin ETF will be approved after SEC's court defeat. Yes, probably Grayscales will be first and everything else afterwards. There's really no reason for SEC to say no right now. And all signs indicate it's going to be yes, because now all these fund managers are saying that whoever they're dealing with in SEC is actually responsive and is actually giving comments, unlike before where it's just like nothing's coming back, like you're talking to a wall. But now there's actually back and forth, so it does seem like they're actually working at this, right? So again, that's coming soon, very, very soon. And what's coming soon is a halving event. I mean, look at it, we're 87% there. Okay, the next halving is somewhere around April of 2024. We're really, really close. Really close. And look at what happens after the halving event. Shortly afterwards, Bitcoin goes up on a tremendous run. Okay, so are we going to see anything different this time around? If we're basing on history, no. That means after the halving event, we will start seeing that parabolic rise up towards the top. And it's going to take a full year and a half until we hit November of 2025, right? So, again, why would you not be in it right now? Why would you be fearful right now? All right, a few other things. Fractal patterns. Here's one comparing our current move from top to bottom to accumulation to 2015, 2016. I know that was a very different time, but if you look at it, it's very similar, right? A lot of times Bitcoin moves in mysterious ways, but if you know where to look, you realize it's just moving how it always has before, right? Whether it's market makers doing this or the whales doing this or, some kind of institution manipulating the market, who knows, right? There are patterns that mimic the Wyckoff pattern, which is a total, it's a way for whales to manipulate retail investors. So it's, sometimes, again, short term, things could happen. Long term, Bitcoin just keeps doing this, okay? That's really it. Here's another one comparing now versus 2020, which is more similar, right? Obviously. So that's what we're waiting for, right? That's what we're waiting for. In this case, breaking above 32,000 and then moving forward. Yep, that's it. That's it. It's about to get exciting. It's already exciting. I've been telling you guys this. Even with the fake out right here, okay? I kept telling you guys, you know what? Just a few days prior to that, Bitcoin was in the 26,000 mark, right? And a lot of people at this point was calling for Bitcoin to go lower. Even in live chat, people will say, do you believe Bitcoin needs to go down to 24 or 25 before it pumps? Or do you believe it's going to go down to 20 before it pumps? No, I don't believe any of those things need to happen for Bitcoin to go higher. If money comes in, Bitcoin goes higher, no matter what the charts say, no matter what signal or whatever that the traders will say will happen, right? If the money comes in, Bitcoin pumps. It's really that simple. And right now, we're seeing money come in and the supply diminishing because long-term holders keep buying more and keep accumulating. It's really that simple, right? You can make educated guesses with all the fancy indicators and signals, but bottom line is price is driven by supply and demand. And if supply is going down and demand is going up, guess what? The price is going to go up. It's really that simple. All right, lastly, I just want to show you guys because some of you guys wanted to know why I was banned from YouTube, right? And I want to know. I've been asking. I asked my account manager, you know, can you find out what reasons? So, I mean, this is not a real explanation, but, you know, we were all theorizing who did it. So if you look here, this is my message for Team YouTube over here on the very right side. It says, hi, we see that your channel is back up. Just wanted to follow up and confirm that there was a mistake during the review process. We're so sorry this happened and really appreciate your patience while we sorted it out. If you need help with anything else in the meantime, please let us know and we'll be there to help. You know, the thing is, it's convenient for YouTube. I don't want to say too much about YouTube because, you know, they might just ban me. But, you know, for a lot of people, this is like our livelihood, right? You know, and there's much bigger channels that's been running for much longer that just get banned, right? They got to do something better. A lot of people depend on YouTube. This is their sole source of income, right? And these kind of outrageous mistake bans puts immense amount of pressure on people. So yeah, they got to do better. They can't just say, well, this is a mistake. If I didn't have so much support from the community and we had like 600,000, you know, responses on Twitter, right? Maybe I would still be waiting at this point. So that kind of sucks. This is why I'm, you know, live streaming on X right now too, just in case, once again. All right. Let's do some Q&A. How do you feel about being featured on CoinMarketCap? CZ starting to notice you. I don't know. CoinMarketCap, I did a spaces with them. They call it live. Their platform is actually pretty cool. I don't know how many people they could convert to their platform, but you know, it's a pretty complete platform. I like to do more stuff with them in the future, especially around the IFC. I'm gonna see if I can make that happen. But it was a pretty good chat yesterday. Let me start. I just realized I never hit start on the X broadcast. I'm sorry. Someone should have said that to me. Now it should be streaming. Damn it. Oh well. I'm gonna have to fix that for next time. I better just delete it. All right, sorry about that. A lot of people, 3,700 people in here right now waiting for this next pump. JT, thanks for all you do. Thanks. Thoughts on XRP. I just did a whole video on them last night. You know, obviously they're doing well. Solana and XRP are doing really well right now. 7% and 11%. Right? I think XRP is gonna win that lawsuit and then do an IPO. Right? I think they're on track for that. So they're in pretty good shape right now. Zach says it's because they rely on inaccurate algorithms. Yeah, I know they're struggling. YouTube is struggling to detect what's a fake stream and what's a real stream. I think they got confused because I do get a lot of live viewers, and I don't think, their algorithm detects any other live crypto stream having over 3,000 people watching. So that kind of confused them. But they better fix that. Because I anticipate a lot more of you guys tuning in as Bitcoin starts climbing above 30,000, itches towards 32,000, 35,000. I mean, it's going to be a packed house in here. I have slow chat mode on. If I didn't, this chat would be like streaming like crazy. Yeah, Eduardo, thanks for a great show. Glad that ban got cleared up quickly, and in the process you learned where I trust really stands with you. Yeah, I talked to a few other partners. They either didn't renegotiate or they're getting more pressure to shill more, I guess, right? Not to say that I Trust isn't a good company, but the way they treated me definitely was not. And Daniel never emailed me back, right? Not another response saying, well, I apologize, or, I get you're frustrated, right? But this is our new thing. No explanation. So I'm like, I don't need partners like that. So, I terminated it. Bobby C retracted his message. Okay. A lot of super chats today. Len upgraded his membership to a full I Am George membership. Thank you. Thank you for that. Am I bullish on Sol? Unbearable asks, since June I made 60%. Should I keep DCAing? You know what? If you're up 60%, hey, you could take some off the table if you feel uncomfortable. If you feel too greedy, it's never a bad time to take some profits. You could take half out, take your original investment, and leave the rest to ride, or you could just leave it all in there. I mean, Solana is still 90% down from their previous high, so there's still a lot of room there. How will BTC affect world markets if it hits 500K? I can't do any research. It's going to affect world markets when it surpasses the market cap of gold, which is around 12 trillion. So Bitcoin needs to be at 700,000-ish to surpass the market cap of gold. And when that happens, it will affect world markets, because now every investor out there that used to move their assets into gold, right, as a hedge, as a flight to safety, they're all going to be moving to Bitcoin now, because at that point they can't ignore Bitcoin any longer. Right now, I think a lot of them are still thinking, Bitcoin, I don't know if I trust it. I still trust gold, right? But once Bitcoin gets to that same market cap level, that's when they can no longer say, I don't trust it anymore. And then, they're go all FOMO in. But by then, it's much higher than now, right? And that's why it's good to accumulate now. Tales from Crypto. I have Ledger Live, and it's getting higher and higher. What do you think about the CL card for Ledger Live? Is it good or bad? What is the CL card? I don't even know what the CL card is. I mean, really, when it comes to Ledger or Treasure or any wallet, right, it's not the wallet itself. Okay, it's not the physical device. It's the recovery phrase, that 12 words or 16 words or 24 words. That's the most important thing. So the ledger itself doesn't matter. I don't know if that card is meant to store your recovery phrase, because that's the only thing that matters. Because even if Ledger goes bankrupt, even if your Ledger gets stolen, you can always use a recovery phrase and recover your crypto on another wallet. So just keep that in mind. I don't know if that's what that is, but yeah, if you're thinking about safeguarding your recovery phrase, then yes, it's a good idea. Inflation is just transitory. I thought big companies buy BTC on OTC markets to only move the price. Any price bump is speculation from retail side. Is that correct? Yes, but you got to think about OTC market requires a buyer and a seller, right? If big companies want to buy and there are no sellers, then what do? They have to buy from the open market, right? Right now, Coinbase and others do have Bitcoin for them to buy. So I'm pretty sure a big company will go to Coinbase and say, hey, let's make a deal. I want to buy 100 million, okay, for X amount of Bitcoin. Coinbase will probably do that. But Coinbase needs to reserve some for themselves because they know the bull run's coming. At some point, they're just going to say, I can't sell you 100 million. I can only sell you 10 million at this point, right? So you got to realize the OTC market is not going to be that liquid forever. There's only so many Bitcoins out there. Nathan, how do we apply for work at the IFC? Nathan, I don't know what kind of work you're looking for. You could be a volunteer or you could be a fighter if you're an influencer, but I don't know. You'll have to email me on that. Man, I love to see during the stream, during this Q&A, we go right back up to 30,000. I mean, there's a really good shot. FOMO is building right now. There's real FOMO. And there's going to be more short squeezes coming up. The U.S. market is still kind of red, but it doesn't matter. What's up with Tron? Why is it in the top 10? And how do you feel about DOT, according to our Neil? I don't like Tron, and I'm just going to ignore it forever because I don't like Justin Sun. Until he steps down, I'm not going to touch anything that's involved with Tron. DOT. I don't like DOT. I'd rather have Solana or Avalanche or Polygon or Ethereum over DOT. Tom, welcome. Zach says, why do people not understand your coins on our blockchain? The wallet is just a conduit. Guard your seed phrase with your life. Yes. Because if you think about it, it's a hard concept to understand. People, equate to owning something, ownership, with physical ownership, right? Something that you can touch and feel, right? And a ledger, a hardware wallet makes people feel that way. Like somehow you've downloaded your Bitcoin into this physical device, right? It's easy to think about, but that's not what the wallet is all about. The wallet itself is just another way to protect your conduit or your asset through. No, let me say that. The hardware device is just an access point, okay? And all the security features, like the PIN code, the password, and everything else, right? It's just an access point into the blockchain, and that's how you can access your crypto. That's the best way to think about it. It's like an on-ramp into the blockchain, right? But ultimately, the most important thing is the recovery phrase or the seed phrase or your private key. Those are what really gets you in. Everything else is just like an extra layer of protection. Yeah, ooh. That's a lot of red right there for the shorters. Man, a lot of people giving out. Crypto Frank is giving out memberships left and right. Thank you, Crypto Frank. It's called Moonvember. Well, I'm just gonna call it Pumpvember. It sounds better, Lazaro. Who comes up with these anyways? Crypto Frank is gifting memberships left and right. Thank you. Can you see Sol going to 500? Ooh. By the end of 2025, if Bitcoin is above 250,000, yes. You know, roughly it's a little bit less than 20x. Can that happen? If Bitcoin gets really wild and there's so much FOMO in this space that it's like just everything's popping off, yes, I think it could happen. But, you know, Bitcoin is conservatively between like 150 or 125, 175 around there. Probably we won't see Solana at 500, maybe like 300-ish. Now, Len is gifting 10 memberships. There's a lot of memberships being gifted today. Thank you, everyone. You know, Len did 20 memberships. Crypto Frank did 10. Memberships being given out left and right. It's going nuts right now. It's really nutty. Look at this. We're climbing. We're climbing back up. Ricardo, thank you for that. It's like Christmas. It's like Christmas and we're only in December. I mean, October. Man. Just imagine. Damien, I appreciate that. I mean, just imagine when, you know, we're in 50, 60, 70 territory when we break through and we're in 80s, 90, 100,000 per Bitcoin, how crazy it's going to be in here. We will have 10,000, 15,000 people in here. You know, it's going to be nuts. As they say in the military, nuts to butts. I don't know if that's what they say in the military, but I just think that's quite funny. Nate. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. Oh, they say that in the Navy? Okay. Thanks. I don't know what else. Let's see. Let's just go down the list. Let's see what's doing good today. We're ready. Pat is a new member. Welcome, Pat. Today, Bitcoin obviously doing pretty well, 4%. XRP, 7%. Solana, 12%. You got Polygon finally moving, 6%. Let's not talk about Litecoin. Going down. A lot of 2%, 3%. Mantle up 11%, 12%. Bitcoin SV, that's garbage. Do not be fooled by anything else with the Bitcoin name, okay? Just stick with Bitcoin. Stacks is doing well, 15%, because it is related to Bitcoin. A lot of development on top of Bitcoin using Stacks, so great project to look at. What else is there? Flow, they're in NFT space. They will recover when NFTs get strong again. Everything else is like 2 to 3%. Page 2, there are still some that are in red. Blur, which is the new marketplace. I never use it. Teller, 18%. Don't know who they are. They sound very familiar. C or Say. I forgot how you pronounce them. They're a new chain. See, this is why Loom Network. See, this is why it's not good to be too heavy into Ardor. Man, that is such a dead chain. I have no idea why they're pumping someone is pumping them. This is why it's not to be. It's good not to be too into like smaller caps or mid caps because they're not really consistent right now. The bigger caps are very consistent. Rootstock is up big. You know, Rootstock, actually, I haven't looked more into them, but they also allow programmable dApps to be on top of Bitcoin. So they could be a good play. But everyone is using Stacks right now. Stacks is definitely the big project, the framework, I guess, everyone uses. Let's see what Tesla's down today. Mara's up in a big way. 8%. What's GBDC? Grayscale, 52-week high. I really want to know what happens with GBDC, with shares of GBDC once this gets converted to spot Bitcoin ETF. So their all-time high, 56. I mean, they're all-time low, or not all-time low, but their low from 2023 was like $8. Man, picking up at $8 now to 24, that's like 300%. Year to date, yeah, year to date from just roughly beginning of this year, $8, $8.20 to $24. That's pretty good. Patrick says, I disagree. You will soon have 50,000 or more viewing. That would be crazy. Okay. I hope you're right. I don't think anyone on YouTube like gets 50,000 viewers. I know it's very common on like Twitch. Some of those bigger guys or Kick Now, some of those bigger influencers get like 100,000 people watching this, and I don't even know how that's possible. Or Tate does, you know. V Neil says, now that I got a membership, does it include a naked ladies VIP party on your yacht? Well, no. What does membership give you? It gives you a special avatar or icon next to your name, so you look special. And yeah, and sometimes I give out, you know, like for my conferences and stuff, I do generally give out like free access and stuff to members. So you might be getting something like that soon. I could do member only posts, and I've done that before, like with Cypherpunk and with my Vegas event, which I'm probably gonna have another Vegas event, and then we could do something with that. Man, well, too bad. Too bad we're not going to see 30K again on this stream, but probably tonight. Well, no, no, I'm not going to stream tonight. I take that back. If we're like pumping way above 30,000 by tonight, I'll probably stream again. But if not, I'm just going to leave it until tomorrow because today is Friday, right? Today is Friday. So happy Friday. If we're, you know, hovering, then I'll see you guys tomorrow around 10:30 a.m. But if we are pumping up to the moon, then I'll stream tonight. Another member. Today it's just a member day. The I can't pronounce that. Mattis, I guess, Silent J. Sean, I live in Vegas. I hope you come to. I was just there a few months ago, but probably in December, I'm going to do something around the IFC. Okay? So, I don't know, I don't know if you guys saw this or not. Right here. Somehow that picture's not loading. Come on. There we go. I'm still planning on this. Going to do something with the fighters there. And all exclusive content will be on CryptosRus Plus. But in the meantime, Joshua Jake, he put out another video. You guys should watch it. He's been killing it for CRU Plus. So make sure you guys watch it. But when the IFC comes, it's going to be fantastic. We can all drive our Lambos to Vegas party in 2025. Nathan, another big super chat. You just sent me an email. All right, I'll take a look. I don't know where you are, but if there's a place for you, I'll seriously consider it. All right, guys. I think I'll conclude with that. So far, so good. I do believe it's going to get better. Bitcoin is seen as, safe haven. That's what I was looking for. Bitcoin is seen as a safe haven. More and more people are coming in, paying attention. Okay, so things will only get better, in my opinion, from here on out. All the way until the top, 2025. Smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. Again, if Bitcoin pumps, I'll stream tonight. If not, then tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one, guys. Take care.